guys, how are you? Welcome to today's beauty channel. Today is my very first YouTube video. Basically I just wanted to do beauty tutorials, tips that I have found easy along the way, and then receive feedback from you guys to see what you guys can tell me that will help me and what you think helps you, just basic information. So today I just wanted to start with my basic makeup routine. So when I first started doing makeup, I had no idea anything basically what I was doing. I kind of just tried to learn from people along the way and never really worked out well. So I started watching YouTube videos like this one and decided what I thought was best, what I found easiest by following other people's ideas and their tips and advice. So I'm just gonna get right to it. So when you're doing makeup, one of the things I did not know is you really have to take care of your skin. If you do not keep your face hydrated, you will break out and it totally sucks. So what I use to help me, that I've noticed works so great, I've never broken out since I've used it, is this Spray All Day by Grace and Stella Rose Spray. It's a hydrating facial spray. I actually got it in my FabFitFun box and it is the best thing ever. So I really highly recommend you use this. Use whatever you want, but this is what works best for me. So that's what I'm going to start with first. I'm going to hydrate my face. Now I don't try to completely soak my face with it. I just try to give it a nice breeze of the rose water, since it is rose water. I just like to massage it in to make sure that it really sets and that it's dry before I put on my makeup. As you can tell, my face is definitely a lot more oily, watery, just to basically help the makeup like set and protect my skin from breaking out, as I said. So the biggest mistake I realized I was making when I first started doing makeup was I was using liquid foundation. Liquid foundation could be good for some people. For me in particular, it did not work. I used a regular beauty blender and my liquid foundation every day, and even using the lightest foundation I could possibly find, because I have very, very fair skin, it would always look too dark. And that is because with a beauty blender, it doesn't blend all the way, so your face, whether you think so or not, your face is very cakey and it just does not look good. So one of the tips that I found out from a different YouTuber is to use cream foundation. Cream foundation is the best thing I have ever found. It is so awesome. I love it. I use CoverGirl Aqua Smooth. I use Classic Ivory. That is the lightest color I can find, and it works really good. But one of the things is you cannot use the foam little scrubby thingy that comes with it to help you blend it in. Does not work good. The best thing to do is use your brush. I have this blending brush from Eyes, Lips, and Face. I believe I got it at Walmart. It's like $2. If not, I got it at Target and it's like $3. Anyway, this is the best brush you will ever find. It needs to be like this though. The angled brush works so great. It is the best brush ever for blending. So we're gonna start with that. For the best coverage, I suggest you use at least 2 layers. I only usually use 1. My face doesn't really need much. One of the other big mistakes I found out that I was making is I did not do my neck. So you have to make sure that you put your foundation and whatever else you're using on your neck, otherwise you're gonna look completely crazy. Your face is gonna be super dark and your neck is gonna be white as hell, and that's not cool. So just make sure you blend it really, really good. One of the struggles I have found with blending, the only struggle I have found with blending, is it does not work when you have a nose ring. You're always gonna get it on your nose ring, no matter what. So, at the end, just take a Q-tip, wipe it off. It's totally fine. So now this is where I want to put more of my brush. I'm going to start on my neck. The thing with liquid foundation is it's fine. I mean, you can use it. It's cool. It doesn't really work with this brush, so I mean, you basically do have to use a beauty blender, which I thought was the best thing ever until I found this. And now this is the best thing ever for me. You just really want to make sure you get it in there. Make sure everything is totally blended. Not worried about my nose ring. I will come back to that because it's just gonna get more makeup on it as I go. There. Alright. After you set your foundation, what I like to do, you may or may not, you don't have to do this. I just like to do it to help to set my face. After you let it dry for a couple minutes, I use powder. So I use this lightweight mattifying, lasting up to 5 hours, Stay Matte Rimmel London powder. It works awesome, and again, everything has to be light, so I use the number 004 Sandstorm. Basically just helps your foundation and everything set in place so that you're ready to start your day. I really don't use that much powder. It just kind of looks like it because I have to dip it multiple times, but I don't get much on my brush each time that I get it. So that's really why. And again, don't forget your neck. And that's really all I'm going to do with my neck. I just want to make sure that it has the foundation and the powder so that it matches my face. Because I don't use bronzers. I only use highlighters. So it's not going to look very different. So after you've done all of that, what I usually do next is my eyes. Or my eyebrows. Sorry. So I don't use eyebrow gel. And I don't use anything that is specifically for eyebrows. With my eyebrows, I haven't totally learned exactly like what the proper routines is for doing your eyebrows. So what I use is this long-lasting eyeshadow in brown that I got from one of my Ipsy bags. It's by Manna Kadar Beauty. It's the colors Nemesis and Medusa. If you can see that, I hope. So, you see I'm gonna use the dark one, and then the brush I use for that is this smaller tip brush, just kind of medium to just blend in my eyebrows. So, one of the best things I found along the way is eyebrow razors. I think eyebrow razors are the best thing that anyone has ever invented. Instead of having to pluck or go get your eyebrows waxed all the time, just take the razor. Use it how you want to, make them look how you like it, and that's what I do. So basically, yeah, that's what I go for. As you can tell, it's way darker. I really like my eyebrows to be dark and to pop. At least so. There's noticeable effort there. So one of the things I noticed with my makeup is I don't try to go super crazy. I don't do weird colors. I try to stay kind of basic. I mean, I do purples and pinks. Rarely ever do I do blues. My eyeshadow, I try to kind of stick with gold. I think gold really brings out my eyes because I have such blue eyes. So yeah, that's basically what I try to do. So I just kind of dust because sometimes the eyeshadow does fall down on my cheeks, and that is so not cool. And then I'm just gonna brush over it, make sure that none of my little hairs are sticking up. So my next step, what I do is I use Profusion Cosmetics Mixed Metals. It is a 10 color eye and face palette. I use the one called Visionary up here on the top. I use it as a highlighter. I don't know if that's really what it's intended for. Yes, it is. Cool. Well, I didn't know it was anyway, but I just thought it looked great as a highlighter. So that's what I used. I was using this one that I got from my Ipsy bag, but every time I use it, it broke. So I decided to move on. So when I do my highlighter, I stick with the tops of my cheeks, my nose, and a little very light up here on my forehead, and just a little bit on the bottom of my chin. I don't try to get too crazy. I know I noticed a lot of people do their highlighter super, super dark, and I do not. I just try to make it look normal and make it look basic. So, I'm gonna go like this. I just try to put highlighter on the spots that I really want to pop and to show, as you can see in the light. They pop out after you put the highlighter on. And that's basically what I try to stick with. So, after that, I'm going to use the same palette, except I'm going to use the blush on the bottom. I don't do blush very often because my face likes to stay red for some reason. So, I just very, very lightly, I use an angled brush, and I just kind of blend it right along in here. I do kind of mix it with my highlighter just because I don't try to do it too dark, and I just kind of want it to match. I don't want it to be, as you can see, just highlighter, blush. I want it to kind of mix so it looks normal and it doesn't look completely divided. As I said, I don't use very much blush because my face likes to stay red. So, my next step after we do all that is deciding what eyeshadow I'm going to use for the day. So, today I'm doing my makeup as I'm getting ready for work. I have to wear all black, so at work I usually stick with gold, but here lately I've noticed I've been really into different colors just to kind of make my face pop and not just be so plain, because I do have to wear all black. So yesterday I did purple Today I think I'm gonna do a brown and a gold. And then maybe mix in a little colors along the way. So I'm gonna use this Profusion Cosmetics Wonderlust 21 Pro Pigment Shades in Dual-Ended Brush. Lots of pretty colors. I'm gonna use this color right here called Nostalgia. It is a medium light brown color. I'm gonna use a blending small tipped brush, and I'm just gonna put a mediumly light coat of it on my eye. There. Now, there we go. So, I'm done with that palette. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop back to my other one that I used the highlighter and the blush out of, and I'm gonna use these colors. Using a different beauty blush blending brush. Precision brush by Luxie. One of the ones I got in my Ipsy bag. It is a smaller tip. I'm gonna use the color Conquest. It is a shimmery goldish color to just kind of go over the brown, give it a pop. Like that. As you can see the big difference, this one's just basic brown, and this one's kind of a more goldish, prettier, shimmery color. Now, the reason I decided to start making YouTube videos, I've wanted to for a long time, but I never really made myself actually sit down and do it. I decided to do it today because in January I'm starting beauty school, and I want to show you my before progress and then my after progress of what I learned, so that you can kind of go with me on my journey to learn all these new beauty tips and stuff along the way. My goal is to hopefully be a makeup artist. Whether or not I go with that, I do not know yet, but that's just kind of my goal. So I'm going to go back to the full color palette, and I'm going to add a touch of pink with the same Luxie brush. I'm going to use Love Story. It's the top. It's a pink, shimmery pink color. And I'm just literally going to put like a dash in the midst of my eye crease. Just a little bit to give it that pink effect, so that it's not totally gold. Just give it a little bit of fun. So now that I'm done with that, we're almost done. I'm not going to use this today, but I really want to show it to you because it is the best thing I have ever discovered. I'm not really good at doing winged eyeliner. I'm taking it as I go, just kind of going with the flow of it. I use This came in my Ipsy, or no it didn't. I got it in my Ipsy bag, and then I got a full-size one in my FabFitFun box. This is by Eyeko. It is a liquid eyeliner. I do liquid eyeliner. Waterproof, lash enhancing in carbon black. Like I said, I'm not going to use this today because I don't want to go over my eyeshadow. But when I do my winged eyeliner, this is the only thing I use. I used to just use the cheap drugstore kind that you could get pretty much anywhere. And it did okay, but this stuff is amazing. I want to say the retail value for this is at least $25 to $30 versus the $1 or $2 I was spending for it, and this is the best thing ever. So today what I'm gonna use to give my face a little bit of pop is by Hard Candy Take Me Out Liner. It is a glittery, shimmery, darker color. I want to say it's black, but it's not. It's called Submarine, sorry, 265. And that's what I'm going to use just on the bottom to just kind of give it a little bit of pop, a little bit of color, so that I'm not totally without eyeliner. And yeah, that's basically what I want it to do. This eyeliner is not black. Like I said, it's a dark blue, but it's dark enough that it kind of looks black, so it doesn't look weird. It looks normal. When I first started doing makeup, I did not even know that bottom eyeliner was a thing. But as I went along my way, I discovered it, and I found out it's the best thing ever. So now that I'm done with that, one of the last but not the very least is my mascara. It's called Bad Gal by Bang. I got this in my Ipsy bag. I got one before that was also by Eyeko. I liked it a lot better. I don't know what I did with it. I will find it. This one, I do like this one too, but it does kind of glob up, whereas the other one did not glob up at all. So there we go. As you can see, a very, very big difference. Definitely helps make my face pop. So lastly, I'm going to use my favorite lip gloss. I believe I got this in my Ipsy bag. It's by Larizzi Cosmetics, color Curve. This is one of my favorite colors. It don't let the color fool you. This color is the best. It looks dark, but it comes on very, very lightly, so it just kind of looks like a normal color. See? Just barely pink. Alright, so the very last thing I'm going to do is use my setting spray. This is to help keep your makeup stay in place, last longer. I got this from Forever 21. It's just, I want to say it's their brand. I'm not for sure. There's not a brand on it. It just says, yep, distributed by Forever 21 setting spray. So yes, I guess it is their brand. So I tried to just do a decent amount and let it set, let it dry, and that's all you gotta do. And these are the results. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will have more videos to come in the future. Hopefully I'm going to do a lot different things. I hope to ace my winged eyeliner. I will show you how I do that in one of my videos. Like I said, I'm not that great at it, still learning, but hopefully I can help other people out there. Thanks for watching. Bye!